Hey there, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. So, this is an episode of next week. We do this every Saturday, and basically, it is a breakdown of what we're going to do on the channel for the week coming up, which is the 25th to 31st. So, this is episode 4. We have 10 shows for the regular shows, plus we have a couple of series, the end of the January series, and we will be talking a little bit about the upcoming series for the month of February, plus a mini series that will also start at the beginning of February. So a couple things. First, apologize for the I had a problem with the computer on Thursday. So I couldn't get to do the new Prog albums episode that I had planned to do. So we will do that this week. The other thing is for some reason, I guess maybe because I've changed this episode from this week to next week, which is the one we're doing now, I kind of confused myself a bit. So I put out a couple of episodes, the playlist and Saturday in the Park a week ahead of where they should have been. And I didn't realize it till I started to get ready to do the other episode for today, which would have been end of the month new albums purchase. And then I realized, well, it's not the end of the month. I thought it was going to be on the Saturday, but it isn't. So we're going to change that to next week, which will be the week coming up. And then I'm going to try to get it back on track. So it's just a little bit confusing at first. And now that it's straightened out, I think we'll be good from here on out. So what we're doing this week, so we'll start with the channel shows first. The Sunday Morning Breakfast Live, which will come out on Sunday morning, obviously, will be featuring this band, Buffalo Springfield. They only have the 3 studio albums, so we'll be talking about that and other topics as they relate to it. So that will be for the Sunday Morning Breakfast Live, which will come out at 9 o'clock, even though I just noticed I wrote down 8. It's actually 9. Next up is the Sunday Night Into the Progverse, which is another live stream. This time we'll be featuring the year 1975, the Prog albums that came out in 1975. So far, I think we've done 4 of these. So we did the 70, 71, 72, 74. Yeah, so this will actually be the 5th one. And we I'm considering doing 76 and 77 now. I may go as high as 79, but for sure right now we're doing 75, and that will be tomorrow at 8 p.m. on Sunday night. Next up is a look back at a classic rock album. So I chose this album. I've been listening to it a little bit lately. I kind of like it. It's got a lot of stuff on here that I've heard before, obviously. This is kind of this is an early album from them. So this is The Who. The Who Sells Out, or Sell Out. So this kind of wacky looking pictures here. A couple on the back as well. So we'll be doing this album this week. I decided that, I kind of left it out for a bit, but I decided I wanted to do it. So we're going to do that this week. The Who Sells Out. For a look back at a classic rock album, that'll be Monday at 8 o'clock. Next up is Tuesday, the mini-series. So we are going to we finished the other mini-series last week. I thought we might do another episode, but when I looked, we'd already done 6. So that's generally where we always pan off after 6 episodes. So we're going to start another series starting this week. This is called I'm just going to call this simply the Australian Canada series, or Canadian series. This will be episode 1, and there'll be 6 episodes in all, and each will have a certain thing that I will be required to do. And this one, Ben's going to pick 10 songs from from Australia that are kind of, I guess, commercially well-known songs, or songs that get played on the radio, or more popular end it songs. I guess that's where we're going with this one. And then once he gives them to me, I will have to rank them. And he's already given them to me, so I'm going to be listening to them and ranking them before we get to the show on Tuesday at 8 o'clock in the evening. So this series will go on, of course, for 6 episodes again, and we've already laid out the foundation of how we want to do it, and I'll explain it more as we get to the episode on Tuesday. So Tuesday at 8 o'clock, mini-series, Australian Canada, series number 1. Okay, so next episode is Favorites, comes out Wednesday. I'm going to be doing 10 Southern rock bands I am exploring or getting into or have a little bit of knowledge about. I've picked 10 and we're going to talk about each of them. And so for Southern rock, I've had time periods in my history where I've listened to a little bit of Southern rock, but never really dwelled too far into it. But recently, in the last few months, I've started to kind of go there a lot more. So decided I wanted to do something on that. So we'll do that for Favorites this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Next up is the new Prog albums. We're going to do the album that we missed last week, which is Anton Rulart and the Battle of General Jupiter. And that will come out Thursday at 8. Friday, Who Did It Better? So that is a Friday night episode. So we've done a song, and the 2 artists that we are going to talk about is Jojo Zepp and the Falcons and Elvis Costello. So we're going to talk about a song that they did, both did, and I'll tell you who I think did it better. And that will come out Friday at 8. Next is Saturday at 12, the next episode of this one. Next week's episode 5, which is February 1st to 7th. That will come out Saturday at 12. Next up is the new albums purchased. This time I got it right. This will be on the 31st, not on the 24th, which is what I thought it was. I thought it was this week for some reason. I don't know why. But we'll be doing that. New albums purchased for January. So everything that I've purchased for January, it's been a bit of a low month so far, but I'm anticipating a few more albums for the end of the month. And that will come out Saturday at 4 p.m. And then the last episode of the regular shows for the week, which will be What's New. And we're doing a band called the Glucifiers. And the album is called Same Drug, New High. And it was released on January the 16th. This video will come out Saturday at 8 p.m. So that's it for the regular shows. Now we are finishing off the series that I've been doing for the month of January, which is my 31 favorite rock albums of 1973. We're down to the final 7, as you would see. We'll have one tomorrow, and then the remaining 6. And then I'm also going to do an honorable mentions. I have several, maybe 5 or 6 albums that I think deserve to be mentioned, even though they didn't make the list. And we'll do that probably around 2 in the afternoon. All the other episodes will be at 8 a.m. as always. Next month, we are doing, for the month of February, we're going to do a series in which it's going to be called Where Are We Going? So basically what this is about is that I'm going to choose an album, and I will present that album and then the next day I will take the next album will be from either a member of the first albums, like one of the band members, or maybe the producer of the album. So one of those people will be on the second album, and then I'm just going to keep moving forward. And then the next album will have, say, 5 members in the band, and one of those played on a different group with a different album, and I will put them in as well. So we're just going to do this one at a time and see where it ends up at the end of the month. I'm not even quite sure where it's going. I've kind of started it. I've kind of mapped out maybe the first week, but I haven't gotten too far beyond that. And I'm just going to keep doing that, and we'll see what ends up being at the end of the week. It should be an interesting exploration. And so that's the series we'll be running for the month of February. The mini-series that I've been talking about now for a while, we're going to start next week, and it'll be on a Thursday probably around noon. I'll have a noontime one on Thursday, and it'll start on that first week in February. And the first episode will be, the first series will be They Got It All Started from the 1950s. I've chosen 7 artists from the 1950s, I think, that were pretty influential and had an impact on rock music going forward. And so those are the artists we're going to be talking about for that series going forward every Thursday for, I don't know, probably go on for about 6 months, because I've got 7 series, one for each decade starting in the 50s. So anyways, that's what we're doing on the channel coming up. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please hit the like and subscribe. That helps the channel a lot. And if you got any comments about anything I've said, you can leave that in the comment section below. And we will see you all throughout the week. Take care. Have yourself a good day and a good evening. And goodbye here from the Prog Monster.